Very good morning, students. Children, today in this class, we are going to learn rhyme and I-rhyme. Actually, many students are still confused that what is I-rhyme. So today, we will just clear you the topic about that what is an I-rhyme. Okay? But just before that, we will first understand what is in rhyming word. I know you all are knowing that what is rhyming word, but still in short, we will just see the both rhyming and I-rhyme. Okay? Now see the definition. Rhyming words are words that have the same ending sound. For example, cat, bat, sun, fun, bee, sea, etc. So students, what is rhyming word? A rhyming words is a rhyme of repetition of similar sound. That means which have a similar sound. And it is a repetition of two or more words or phrases. Okay, children. So, what is the mean by rhyming word? Rhymes are the area of a source of developing phonic skill, as they offer the ability to read and determine the letter sound. Now you can hear listen the sound cat, bat. It rhymes properly. So the rhyming words are especially useful for identifying the correct sound. So their rhythm and the repetition make them easy to commit to memory, and memory skills play a large part in learning to read. So it is called as a rhyming words. Okay, now we will just see that what is an I rhyme. I rhyme occurs when words use the same spelling for a portion of the word, but the pronunciation are different. For example, cuff, bow, love, move. Now, you can see over here, children, they might look like the same. The sound will be the same. But can you see the last word of the spellings of the word? Did they rhyme? No. Why? The two words have different vowel sound and the spelling is the same, but the pronunciation is different and the words not actually rhyme. It is called as a I rhyme. So, what do you mean by I rhyme, children? I rhymes mean that occurs use the same spelling for the portion of the word, but the pronunciation are different. Okay. Now we will see the example of iron, which we have in our chapter, the clothesline, question number 3. Separate the examples of I rhyme from the following list. Now, can you see this table over here? From this list, we have to pick it out the I rhyme. That means we have to separate the I rhyme. In that table, they had asked you the rhyming word also an I rhyme, but we have to separate the I rhyme. Now, first one, cry, try, stronger, longer, laughter, daughter, known, grown, none, shun, beat, feet, shut, put, one, done, imply, simply. Now, children, when you just separate the word of I rhyme, just see the vowel sound. If the vowel sound are same, that means that words is a rhyming words. And if the vowel sounds are different, that is, it is called as a I rhyme. Now, cry, try. Cry, try. The vowel, the sounds are same, similar. It's a repetition. That means it's a rhyming words. Stronger, longer. Again, it's a rhyming words. Laughter, daughter. Now here, the spellings you can see it is same, but the pronunciation of the word is different. Laughter, daughter. So that is this is an I rhyme. Known, grown. Again it's a rhyming because the sound spells the same. None, shun. Now over here again letters are same but the pronunciation are different. Beat, feet. Rhyming words. Shut, put. Shut, put. It doesn't sound proper. That means the pronunciation are different. So it's a I rhyme. One, done. The vowels are same, the pronunciation are same. That means it's a rhyming. Imply, simply. It's not sounding the same. That is, it's called as a I rhyme. So children, I hope you all have understood. So I rhyme means I rhymes or sight rhymes or spelling rhymes refer to similarity in spelling but not in sound. We can see the spelling similarities are same, but children, the sounds will be different. And where the final sound or spell identically but pronounced differently, it is called as a I rhyme. Okay. So students, today we have learned that rhyming words usually sound are same, and I rhyming, the sounds are spelled identically but pronounced differently. This is called as an I rhyme. Okay. A very good morning, children. So today in this class, we are going to start a new lesson in grammar, that is figure of speech. Okay, children, in the previous class, we had completed with a letter writing, that is informal letter and formal letter. And children, I hope you may have completed your assignment too, which I gave you in that video. Okay, so children, figure of speech. Now, first we will see what is the meaning of figure of speech. As I told you that there are two parts of speech. First one is parts of speech and second figure of speech. Parts of speech we used in the prose part, and children, figure of speech we used in the poetry part, that means in the poem part. Okay, now let's see first the meaning of figure of speech. Now it's a meaning, that means a definition. Figures of speech are used in poetry to make the language of the poem more beautiful and effective. I'm repeating again, children. Figures of speech are used in poetry to make the language of the poem more beautiful and effective. So, children, what are figure of speech? It means they are used in poetry. Children, why this is used in poetry? So that the language of the poem becomes more effective and also becomes more beautiful. So that's why we used figures of speech. Okay, but children, there are many figures of speech. That means about 250 there are two figures of speech are there. But today in this class, children, only we are going to see the two figures of speech, and later on in the next semester, that means of unit after the Diwali vacations, we are going to see the three figures of speech. That means in 6th standard only you are going to study the total 5 figures of speech. Okay, children, but today we will just see only the two parts figures of speech. Now, first one is simile. Okay, now I'm reading the definition of simile, children. Please see it carefully. It is a figure of speech in which a comparison is being made are alike, at least in one point. Words as or like are used for comparison of an action or quality. So, children, what is mean by simile? A simile is a figure of speech, children, that uses comparison. And in simile, we use two specific words. It means that like and as. Children, that means it is a comparison between two things with the word like or as. Okay, children, now we will see the example of simile. As cute as kitten. Second one, as funny as monkey. Now, children, here you will notice that how the kitten is, he is as cute as a kitten. That means the literal sentence would have read by using the word simile as, or we can use as word as a like. So when a sentence, in a sentence, it has a comparison and shows a comparison by using the word. Okay, children, now we will see a second figure of speech, that is alliteration. Now, what it means, children, alliteration? Now, I am reading the definition. This consists of repetition of the same letter of syllable at the beginning of two or more words. Now children, what is alliteration means? Alliteration means when similar sound, when same sound or repetition of similar letter that are being repeated in the same sentence. Children, that sentence is called as a alliteration. Now you can see the example I have given over here. The first one, beside the lake, beneath the trees. I repeat it again, children. Beside the lake, beneath the trees. It means, children, the, so what would be over here? It is nothing but, children, it is the alliteration. Why it is alliteration, children? Because can you see the sound B is pleasingly repeated. That means beside B and beneath B. So you can see that letter B is repeated pleasingly. So that's why it is called as a alliteration. It means when the letters are repeated in a sentence either twice time or either thrice time, so that sentence is called as an alliteration. That means the sound is repeated. Okay, now we will see the second example. Hand in hand, they dance in a row. Now, children, can you tell me which letters is repeated in this sentence again and again? Yes, the letter H is repeated again because hand in hand. The first word is also hand, and after the third word is also hand. That means over here the H word is repeated. Any more letters you can see, children? Any letters are repeated in this sentence? In any words? No. Why? Only H is repeated. So this sentence is called as a alliteration. So children, when in a sentence, if a letter is repeated twice time or thrice time, so we can say this sentence is an alliteration. Okay? And what is mean by simile, children? Simile is just a comparison between the two things, or and with the word like or as. We can say, children, one more example like she is as brave as lion. Now here you can notice a girl. That means this is a comparison and it brings a vivid imaginary. She is brave, but using the simile make it sound much better. So she is brave as lion. So in short, the simile means if in a sentence a word as or a like is written or it is compared with something, so we can say that sentence is called as a simile. Okay, I hope, children, you may have understood the both simile and alliteration. Okay, children. Now, can I give you one more example, children, of figure of speech of simile? Like I can give you the cat ran away like the wind. Now, over here, can you tell me which is the simile word in the sentence? Like. That means the cat ran away like the wind. So, the cat's speed is compared to the wind. And since the word like is used, so it is called as a simile. Okay, children, when say in a sentence, in a word, if we see like or a word as, so we can say it's a simile. And in alliteration, children, when we see a letter is repeated twice time or thrice time, so we can say that the sentence is an alliteration. Okay, children, I hope you may have understood the both simile and alliteration. Okay.